Hello, Michigan Wolverines. Just got finished watching the conclusion of the game between Iowa and Michigan being played at the Big House. It was a low scoring affair between both teams, so pretty much it was a defensive bout between both teams. Both defenses held each offense to little no points. So pretty much it was a defensive battle, and luckily Michigan won the defensive battle on today because our offense was, to say the least, was lackluster. It had its moments of this one big pass that Shea Patterson threw down the field, and I think it was either Tyree Black that caught the ball or it was Nico Collins that caught the ball, but it was a huge play. But other than that, our offense today was lackluster, to say the least, and our special teams missed 2 field goals. So if you play like that on the road, chances are you're going to lose the game. So I was not impressed with the offense at all, but I have to give a special shout out to the defense, to the Michigan defense, and to Don Brown, because it was that defense that kept Michigan in the game most of the game. And so congratulations to the Michigan's defense. They did their jobs. But other than that, pretty much the performance today, in my opinion, was lackluster. It wasn't anything to be really thrilled about. But I'm glad Michigan beat Iowa on today, because Michigan really needed this win in a very, very desperate way. Because if Michigan would have lost this game, then the talk would continue about Harbaugh is not the right man for the job. And, of course, all the sports talk radio shows, TV shows like First Take and Undisputed, all these sports shows like CBS Sports, that's the only thing they'll be talking about is Jim Harbaugh failed Michigan. I think it's time for Jim Harbaugh to consider going back to the NFL. He's not the right guy to lead Michigan to the promised land. And the talk will continue. And matter of fact, it would have intensified if Michigan would have lost today. Then all the talk would be about, well, Michigan is not the team that it once was. Michigan should be a tier 2 team now. They're not tier 1. Blah, blah, blah. All the hate will continue. But I'm just so glad Michigan won. I'm glad that Michigan beat a ranked opponent at home. So far, Michigan is undefeated at home. And so now Michigan just got to take that magic and do it on the road against ranked opponents. So next Saturday, Michigan got to go on the road to Champaign, Illinois to play Illinois. And so that's going to be another game. I'm just hoping Michigan will not drop the ball in that game as far as the offense. I hope Michigan pick things up before we really go into the meat of the schedule. And Michigan got to play Penn State, Notre Dame, Michigan State. Got to play Indiana on the road. And Indiana always give Michigan problems on the road. And then, of course, the big game at OSU. And I just hope I hope that offense will pick things up before the real test comes. Now, Iowa is a team. Iowa always been a tough team. They always been tough. Yeah, 2 years ago, Iowa ruined our season with that field goal kick, because I think Michigan was ranked 3 in the country, was ranked 3rd in the country, and then once they played Iowa, then Iowa kicked that field goal and beat Michigan by a field goal. And I will never forget it. I mean, they stormed the field. All the Iowa Hawkeye fans stormed the field after that upset. So I'm glad Michigan won the game. And I'm glad that Michigan ruined Iowa's so-called perfect season so far. So I'm happy Michigan won. But as far as the offense, it needs a whole lot of work. A whole lot of work. I knew that Rutgers game didn't tell me anything as far as the Michigan's offense. The only thing that game told me really is that anybody can beat Rutgers. Because Rutgers, let's face it, Rutgers is not a powerhouse when it comes to football. So Rutgers is the worst team in the Big Ten Conference. So if Michigan had problems with Rutgers, then yeah, that would have spelled disaster for our program. But yeah, putting that 52-0 on Rutgers really didn't tell us anything. The only thing it really did was to help our offense get better as far as what they need to do to generate touchdowns and to generate big plays. That's the only thing the Rutgers game really did. It really wasn't a statement win. So we knew that going into today's game against Iowa. So what did Michigan prove today against Iowa? Well, it really didn't prove anything, to be honest with you. It just quieted the naysayers at least for a week about Jim Harbaugh. But the season is long from over. Right now, Michigan is sitting at 4-1, so thank goodness for that. But the season is far from over. Our offense really need to pick things up and need to do it in a hurry because, like I said, Michigan got all these teams that's coming up. Like I said, they got Penn State, Notre Dame, Michigan State, Indiana, and of course, the big game of the year, OSU. So I'm happy Michigan won, but I'm not too thrilled about the offense just yet. They still got a lot of growing up to do. They got to clean up a whole lot of penalties. They got to clean up all these turnovers. And Shea need to learn how to be poised in the pocket, even though the offensive line not, try to do their jobs today, but they not giving Patterson enough time to feel comfortable. But he got to learn how to throw that ball faster and quicker out of his hand. He can't hold on to that ball like he wants to. But other than that, I'm glad Michigan won. So let's just get ready for next week to play Illinois, and let's see how that goes. So until then, thank you for watching this video. If you got a comment, you know what to do. Until then, hail to the Vectors. Go Blue. Peace out.